Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. And just know that energy is fluid. Just interpret the message as it best resonates. Also know on this channel and on my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see if they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why you're attracting that person, that situation, that experience into your life. And if there's many different realities, why are you living a reality that keeps you bound to, you know, being frustrated or being in a lower energy, right? If there's only two energies, love and fear, well, we don't want to be in the energy of fear because that means we're we're not in a happy place, number one, but then financially we're usually not in a good place because abundance is not, in a vibrational resonance with feeling bad. It just isn't, So when we heal one area of our life, it's not uncommon for you to heal other areas of your life, just like when you let go of certain people. Now, not uncommon in a shadow reading to know that one or the other person lets go, you know. But sometimes we still feel that karmic energy. So today I have a feeling, but I never know why I say what I say in the beginning of a reading. I just channel that, maybe you're ready to move on, you want to let go, but you just still feel that, that connection. But understand the law of alchemy, the law of alchemy, the law of alchemy tells us that we cannot just get rid of negative energy. We have to put something in its place. We have to put the energy of love in its place, something that's in resonance of love. And so there could be joy, it could be passion, but it has to be because there's only two energies. And if you want to be abundant, again, you're gonna have to be in a high vibrational emotional state. So let's see who's tugging on your energy. Let's see what's going on. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Readings have a therapy style to them. And again, they're shadow readings, so it might not be your thing, but if it is, welcome again to the channel. So we look at the underlying energy first because that tells us why everyone does what they do. When people have shadows, they have wounds, they wear masks, they create facades, illusions, they don't like who they are. So, again, the underlying energy is prudence. Oh, so the underlining energy is prudence. So I'm automatically feeling like you are a very high vibration. This person, I feel like they realize that it's over. They know that it's over. And the thing is, it's like if I can't have you, I want to trigger you, is what I'm feeling. It's like, so there's like a call for you to deal with this person prudently. Let's see, though, why I feel what I feel. Well, again, impatient. So they know that it's over because of how much time has gone by. This person was waiting for you to come back, and what they see is you're not coming back. You're not coming back because you don't trust them. They know that like there's a part of you that fears them and there's a part of you that that is disgusted by them because any chance they had to fix this, to repair it, they didn't. They chose not to. So it's almost like now this person feels limited because they stayed stuck. And when they were staying stuck, they were escaping. So they might be had a lot of drinking issue. They don't deal with the issue. Again, they were waiting for you, and they were gonna blame fate. Meaning like, oh, well, I couldn't get back to you. But now they see like again, so much time has gone by that they can't really play coy about it anymore. That there was no change. It's like this person had gave a lack of will. They wanted you to do all the work. They wanted you to do all the work. So, there's a part of this person that I feel like they are going through changes. They're having money issues. And what happened is they lost the faith. And so they moved to the darker side, you know, and the darker side would be, destructive behavior. Again, drinking too much, sleeping around, just the path to obsession and addiction. We see it. They were going to act as if they were too busy. But what you know is that they were self-righteous and they put on a false front like they didn't care. Till you got to the point where the boiling point, because you got tired of being in the dark. Like this, that's the thing. It's like you aren't playing dumb anymore. That's really what it is. You saw it. This is just one vicious cycle after another, after another, after another, which it wants to make me stay in a place of staying angry that like which throws you out of balance, which understand that's what a narcissist does. It's what you see here is like they didn't want to give anything. They like you got into an argument or what this person never gave. Let's see what happened because what I see here is that you just had mistrust and that because of the way that they are, like it's almost like so much time has gone by where you guys have been in separation where they could have fixed this. They didn't want to fix it. They made it into a competition. They never saw you letting go. They see that you let go because you didn't want to stay in a place of like again imbalance where like you got angry. You were getting angry. But what exactly happened? Let's look at, I mean, right now we see already addiction and cheating, but did they do that during the relationship? Well, they didn't give you time. It's like isolation. They didn't give you time. It was like, and not giving you anything, however, dominating you. It's almost like I feel like the energy of like a parent. When a parent like doesn't let their child do anything and is so dominant over them, but then it's like but they're not going to give them anything either, and they're not going to let anyone else give them anything either. It's like someone that's like really angry and just dominant and disgusted, and this is like the energy that this person has, like knowing, which is why you're disgusted, which is all about the trauma. Like this person grew up in an environment where it was all about them. It was just a one-sided connection. So, do they have feelings for you? Because just because we see this, and it doesn't mean that you should go back with the person, but it's like understand everyone loves differently. Everyone has spiritual issues, and so to understand was the whole thing a farce or were there real feelings? It's not about not trusting yourself. Well, it's again, this person showed in the beginning, almost like they were jealous or possessive, or they tried to make you jealous and possessive. So there were signs, but a person that tries to make someone jealous and tries to make the other person possessive is because they're jealous and possessive. Because you wouldn't want someone to, have those, traits. If you didn't have those traits, where this person identifies that with love. So it's all about like associating almost like love with pain. Like this person does feel like, again, that they'll find their way back to you one day. But it's like as far as right now, they need time. Like so they're a little bit all over the place. It's like, you know, I was pretending to be someone else, so this person doesn't even know who they are, is what I see here. Finances are a problem. It's like, and even though they may find their way back to you, it will always lead to fights, conflict, and arguments. See, the thing is that this person still can feel you because they haven't let go of that energy. That's really what it is. I feel like you're moving forward within your life, but this person is still holding on to your energy. But they also know that you're not the same person. And the type of person that this person needs to be with is someone that's on their vibration. You being with this person, they will pull you down to their vibration. So it's not like they don't have feelings, but it becomes like a competition more than what it's supposed to be. It's like it's what you are learning, believe it or not, is this person does love you. But what you're learning is that just because a person loves you doesn't mean that they're ready. And that means that they're not emotionally ready, psychologically ready. So, yeah, they can feel that ESP connection through the heart and mind. That's a soul connection. That you feel, they feel it's very real. However, they're on such a low vibration and you're on a high vibration. So, the only thing that you could say is, well, then why would the universe bring me a person like this, that we had this connection, but they didn't want to give me anything. They didn't want to give me anything, and if anything, they tried to like suppress me and make me feel bad. Like again, that energy of like an angry parent that projected all their anger onto like dominated their child, and kind of getting off on it. Like we know hurt people, but really like the only way to get specific is to look at the inner child wounds and then understand how to transmute that negative energy. You just can't get rid of negative energy. When we look the inner child wounds, and we pull six. We're going to pull six. So first card, we're not even going to look. It's going to be a surprise. Um, till it's over. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. So let's see. Naive, wonder, abuse, neglect, time and attention, and truth. So obviously, we see the time and the attention is like the lack of, like children need emotional support. They need it. It's not like it's, a luxury. They need it. They did studies. Babies need to be held. you know um so when you don't get time and attention but you get abuse, well, in order to kind of survive, you detach, you dissociate, and so you kind of stay naive to things because it's just how the psyche works. The psyche isn't going to say, yeah, your mother wanted to kill you, your mother didn't want you. We always think that our parent would want the best for us, but then over time, the harsh reality, we begin to remember things. But when we're younger, that's not the case. Like with abuse, there's detachment, there's disassociation, and so the neglect comes out then to that we take that habit into like our daily life where we begin to live safe. See, where life isn't about living safe, it's about like going out into the world and seeing the wonders of the world, the wonders in you. You go out into the world, you say you're drawn to certain things. This is how you develop your identity. who you are, what you like, what you don't like. You're led by your spirit. Hey, love, this is what I feel like doing, and you put your energy there and it grows and makes a way out of no way, meaning it creates a life for you when you go out into the world and you find the wonders that inspire you and then you're going to see it opens up gifts and doorways to you. Well, that obviously, when you don't do that as a child, that's why they say be like child, because children go out into the world and they just explore and they utilize what they have, to, create that imagined reality that they want to experience. Well, we have to do the same thing in order to, find the wonders within inside of us and the wonders within inside the world. Otherwise, we don't know. We have to experience it. That's how we know. And so if, we've gone through abuse, however, we're going to live, like I said, very safe. We're going to come from a survival perspective of what we believe we can have and what we believe that we can't. So, and having someone treat you like you're not worth anything because, hey, that's the energetic template. The energetic template was that you grew up with a parent that like didn't give time and attention. They neglected you. So again, that creates emotional imbalances. So this is why now we integrate the spiritual lesson, we transmute the negative energy. We transmute the negative energy. Yeah. Okay, Pam, come here. Mute the negative energy. Yes. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. My apologies. Here. The who? The city inspector, he said he doesn't want to see your generator or something like that. A guy. I don't know where the generator is. I have no idea. He said that he's coming to check the generator. No, so he can check it. I'm in the middle of work right now. Okay, but he Yeah. cannot get into the house. He can go outside. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. So So Spirit says you have to align, first of all, you have to align your energy. Like when we are seeing the hearts aligned, it's not just about like getting into a good relationship. It's about finding your passion. We have to align ourselves with the things that we want that we're passionate about. If you have to become it to to attract it to you. The universe brings you what you need to help you, and if you need healing, it's going to bring you someone that, devalues you. And if you grew up in an environment where you were devalued, well, and you haven't lived, that means that you haven't done anything with that energy, that your mindset and your emotions and those experiences are what created your reality. So until you actually change, then you're only going to create the same thing. So that's what Spirit said. You recreated that experience. And so when you align your actions with your heart's true desires and follow your passions, then you meet the perfect person. If you're saying, I don't feel like I can't meet a perfect person, I meet people that don't give me anything, Spirit saying is like, well, you had to give it to yourself. If you grew up in an environment where you were abused, well, like all you knew was the same energy that you attracted, pretty much, is what Spirit's saying. And so, you know, take time, take to create a sacred space, because again, your higher self is that God part of self, and that allows you to really stay safe. It's not about controlling your environment. It's about being able to listen to yourself. And when you're able to do that, you're living your truth. And, you know, o- otherwise we can tend to get caught up in, other people's stories or perceptions and all things that really don't even matter. Spirit says, and just know that you have limitless potential. The only limits are the ones that you put on yourself. So it's again changing your mindset. So by you again finding your passions, aligning again your heart with the wonders of the world, again, the wonders that are going to again stir you up inside, give you joy, passion, happiness. That's going to lead to limitless potential. Right? Because again, the focus is on that. You're becoming that. There's always going to be distractions, but we can go with the flow of life as long as we stay focused. And Spirit says right now it's all about listening to the whispers of your own soul, aligning your actions with your values in order to again reach that limitless potential. And realize again that you're never alone, that you're always supported, and that we pull one more, and that is return to the heart. Now, if you grew up with abuse, your heart would be like blocked a little bit because you were taught not to trust. And until you fully integrate and transmute that negative energy, you might say, well, I forgave, but until you see a different version of yourself, you wouldn't be able to. And what you attracted with this person giving nothing tells us that. So Spirit says again to breathe in the light and to stick to the essentials for your soul, to be in the present moment, to calm your thoughts, focus on your heart, and find space to be where your light and greatness are, and that you find peace and inner silence in your inner silence. And that's again to go inward, to connect to your higher self, that you're never alone, that you're always safe, as long as you're true to that and know that you have limitless potential and you keep that mindset, well, you're going to achieve everything that you want. And this person would have held you back because what you saw there is they don't want to give it and they don't want you to have it either. So that's very narcissistic energy. I'm going to leave that there. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.